talking till 3, sharing old stories, just them and me. The world's fast asleep, but we're wide awake, sipping on coffee, no plans to break. Time fades away as the night drifts on, lost in the laughter, the dark nearly gone. No need for answers, no reason why, just two souls awake beneath the sky. No rush, just stars and soft street lights, starting or ending, it feels just right. Up late with a friend, the world's at rest, these quiet chats, yeah, they're the best. So here's to late nights, the quiet and deep, with a friend by your side when you should be asleep. In the calm of the night, life feels bright, ending or starting, we're feeling just right. Time fades away as the night drifts on, lost in the laughter, the dark nearly gone. No need for answers, no reason why, just two souls awake beneath the sky. No rush, just stars and soft street lights, starting or ending, it feels just right. Up late with a friend, the world's at rest, these quiet chats, yeah, they're the best. No rush, just stars and soft street lights, starting or ending, it feels just right. Up late with a friend, the world's at rest, these quiet chats, yeah, they're the best. These quiet chats, yeah, they're the best, yeah, they're the best. These quiet chats, yeah, they're the best, the quiet and deep best.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whoever you are, what if any you might be, and I hope you all got your 4 hours of sleep like I did, or are ready to get your 4 hours of sleep. But before we're gonna do that, as I alluded to on the twittwat yesterday, Ratchet Mania has started. You know, the WWE has WrestleMania. That's where all the biggest names come in. They fight all the ones that you have built up all year, where you're thinking, who's Roman Reigns gonna meet? Is Charlotte Flair gonna be champion more times than her daddy-o? Will the Undertaker make a surprise return? And I think the Ratchets thought, hey, it's been a little quiet. People might have started thinking we are not that crazy. And then all hell broke loose yesterday. Most of this are screenshots. So when Jemima is sleeping right now, but when you see her tomorrow, do me a favor and thank Jemima, because she has been tirelessly cutting replies and conversations. So I had a little entertainment, the Ratchet style, for all y'all, because bring back Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Smiley Marty would always ruin the games because he was a little too coked out. The grifter himself. Hey, common sense. First night stream with Baker, you quoted WWE and sounded like a fan. I knew you'd be awesome. I don't watch it as much anymore. I'm more like a, what would you call it, golden era fan. The Ratchets have standards too. The Ratchet standards are kind of like mine when I'm out at a nightclub. I'll go in and I'm thinking I could land a hard 5. And at 5 in the morning, I will get rejected by a soft 1. So it's kind of the same with the Ratchets. Hey, we're going to try and make it a little bit better. I abandoned my twittwat, and shortly after Mike had issues and all the shit hit the fan. Yeah, a little bit. I actually didn't watch much of Stone Cold's run because back then They didn't show it on the German TV where I saw mine. Attitude Era was the best. I think Raw vs. War, WCW versus Raw was the best, period. If you're feeling left out on the twittwat, I will now do, it's not going to be the longest show. Baker at Night are normally a little bit shorter shows. You need to get to bed. But I will remind you all why you should not be on the twittwat. And more importantly, to the few guys who are here, I'm going to do this in Spanish so I can get around the YouTube censors. No estufio el rechazo en craycray. Just keep that in mind, guys. Oh, I would like to go there, but I don't want to go to Florida. Finally, I didn't fall asleep before this happened for once. Well, maybe there's a reason for that. Lindsey crazy on Twitter? No way. She seems stable. Well, I actually, as I said yesterday, I saw a lot of people are starting to do the, well, maybe Lindsey isn't that bad. Remember what she did. She clearly and without any remorse sent a man who was about to lose his mom, who had 2 small children, to prison for 60 days. So just before everyone is doing the, oh my God, she turned, kind of like when Hulk Hogan turned on Macho Man, I don't believe her redemption arc is anywhere near enough. I want to hear the words, I'm sorry, Aiden. I did some shitty things because, hey, you know what you say about women and hell and scorn? All of that is true. I'm going to retract all my statements I made to the police, and I'm going to tell on the police officers involved. Until then, it's still Lindsey Gachani. I don't have a medical degree, so I can't say to any degree of any medical certainty. I have had some bad relationships. Yes, this mug has had a relationship. And I have learned 1 or 2 things. When you are dating, this is not a medical term, this is just the colloquial term, a psychopath. They will do this thing where they can see, okay, this is the angle that works with this person. I'm going to mirror that. So I will be, oh, someone is giving me a little bit. I'll switch into, oh, yeah, you're so right. Oh, yeah, I might have had some mistakes, but hey, I really didn't do it. I have been in a relationship or 2 where you have that mirroring, because psychos are really good at mirroring. So if you send them emotion, they'll just bounce them back at you. So you think, oh, she changed. Maybe I won't wake up to a boiled bunny in a pot tomorrow. The worst thing is they seem really, really sincere. But I'm just saying, trust what, but verify. And we're going to see some things that I think still verifies. She's a little loopy. Yes, I was lucky. There was a lot of people gifting 40 memberships in one day. I can say with a reasonable degree of internet certainty that all of these ladies are bad news. See, you need my common sense and wisdom. What do you think is the ending to this nonsense? What will happen to KP and LG? Both of them found out that the other one isn't the one. They're not going to win over Aiden, which is both of them's ultimate goal. They want revenge. One of them because, again, this is not medical or anything. I only did 2 years of psychology in school. I did pretty well. I got an A+, maybe because all the voices in my head told me. But both of these women are exactly the same type. One of them have had the looks to play off of. The other one have had to have let's call it street smart, because I don't think Krusty is unintelligent, but I don't think she's intelligent either. So one of them has always had a nice rack and a pretty good ass and a pair of eyes she could at the guys and manipulate them that way. And the other one, when Kate wants to do something, she can do it because she's a lazy fat fuck, but she's smart enough to say, okay, if I put in 75% work, I can go down and do 35% work and they'll still believe I'm doing good. So both these people are mirrors of each other, but they have had different ways of obtaining their goals, their life. Both of them got found out by Aiden. So they bonded because one thing a Ratchet can't stand is being found out and being displayed to the world. So they had to get Aiden. If we could just get to Aiden, everything will be better. We can go back and everyone will still believe we are the hot shit. They couldn't do that together. And now they can smell the end is coming. So they are out here trying to figure out how the hell do I get out of this with the skin on my nose. Lindsey thinks I'm going to burn Kate. And I'm going to show you text. While burning Kate, oh, there's a lot of fire spreading. And Kate is out here. She apparently got 30 days off, came back, became her absolute obnoxious self again. And Kate will go back to mode 1. She tried mode 2 going through Lindsey. She tried mode 3 going through the Yokis. Mode 4, try and play it down and say, well, I might be wrong. The problem is, as I said, she's not unintelligent, but she's not intelligent either. So she defaults back to her, hey, I'm an idiot ratchet biatch, so I can only do stupid stuff. And that's why she gets into fight with everyone. That's why she has pending court cases where she will most likely get convicted for threatening another woman, because that's where her, again, you can be street smart without being smart. Street smart is just that you will always land on your feet until that day where someone chops the feet off of you. And I think Kate woke up one morning and found out that she was lacking this amount, which is 6 inches, at the end of her legs. And now she can't find her feet. So now she just goes desperate and attacks all of it. These are two hungry rats caught in a cage, and both of them are fighting for their life. Lindsey is doing the same she has done her entire life. She's going to put on the push-up bra, make her makeup, do the I'm such a victim, y'all. I'm just a small little girl and I can't. Can you fight my battles for me? And Kate is going to go and punch someone in the face because Kate doesn't have the feminine guile that Lindsey can use, because Lindsey is still, when she combs her hair and doesn't look like she's been drinking for 5 days, is a pretty woman. Enough makeup and the right light, she can pick up a lot of guys. Kate can. She looks like the Sasquatch had smacks with a T-Rex. There are two women who peaked in junior high and stuck there. Neither of them were worth the air coming out of their lungs. Yeah, probably, most likely, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, she's gone full ratchet. My bread sucks. Maybe it's the water. Maybe it's the yeast. Maybe I don't need it enough. I don't know. I keep trying. It's not the water, unless just make sure the water is around your temperature. Put a finger in it. It has to be hot enough, because the yeast needs 37 degrees Celsius, which is 90 something Fahrenheit. It's a living organism, so it needs the tempered water. Remember, salt and sugar is really important. Sugar so the yeast can live and grow. Salt so it doesn't taste bland. Kneading machine, hand, I don't know what you're using, but when you're done with it, it should have about the same consistency as this, kind of like a well done steak. You do or a medium rare steak, you do the punch test or prick test about this one, or as we were told when I was a baker, a firm B cup is how it should feel when you're done kneading your bread. Make sure, let it rest 20 minutes, then punch the air out and let it rest another 45 minutes before you bake it, so it has the ability to rise to the maximum. I'm not wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I've met craycray before. I dated a lot of craycray, just saying. So that's why I'm such a cold-hearted man. Love hurts, love cries. A firm B cup. So remember, I started as an apprentice when I was 14 years old. So back then we were told a 16-year-old, we are all at the age where we're not going to go grab a 16-year-old and say, nah, I need a little more kneading. But let's get into it, because this could be a longer show. We're starting out yesterday by telling Pam, who is her witness advocate, she's fired. How you do that, I don't know, because she didn't hire her. It's something you're giving as a victim witness thing. But Pam's fired. I hope Pam had a great holiday on Tuesday. I believe there was a Jewish holiday. And she came back, and the best gift she was given was that she doesn't have to deal with Lindsey Gitani. Sourdough is the way to go. Sourdough is very, very tricky to work with. So if you can't make a normal white dough work, I wouldn't jump straight to sourdough. But that was the easy off. Everyone out here blaming me for Mello being taken off my case when he was literally texting Kate Peters saying, I need your help, and doing favors for her, responding with, you're welcome. Or her telling Tully that he needed to be nicer and more sensitive with me. Does any of this sound normal? I have never been given a subpoena or testified before a grand jury in my life. I never worked for a CI or a private investigator. I worked for a PI firm. I didn't know the rules in regarding to whom I couldn't speak to or about. It was my job to know what was appropriate for a pro-sector DA to do or not do. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to speak to the special pro-sector in my own case. Why are all the big players defending Krusty, and why is Krusty and her lackeys constantly going to bat for Tully so hard? You don't blindly and aggressively defend a cop who is misbehaving, displaying misconduct, unless you have a vested interest in covering for him. There's no bridges to burn. There's no bridges in the first place. And the last sentence here is what shows me my girl Lindsey watches the Dutch Baker. Because I was the one who spent most of my show talking about, oh, Lindsey is burning all the bridges. So thank you so much, Lindsey, for being a bakerette. But now I'm going to jump over. No, I'm going to. Oh, yes. Then we're going to come into where our good friend El Masshole is having a conversation with JJ Falk. Oh, well, that explains everything. That your behavior is bad enough for suspension. It doesn't help your credibility. Lindsey has finally figured out you're a bad person and used her lying to her about Paul O'Keefe inviting her. He denied it in court. Quit using people. That's JJ Falk who told old Krusty that. Listen, I showed that woman my message with Paul more than once. No one lied. Mr. and Mrs. O'Keefe literally thanked her for being there. Just because they didn't want to get involved with her court shit, in the middle of their own and didn't want to indulge her bizarre request to walk in holding Miss O'Keefe's hand, who doesn't know her, doesn't mean she was lied to and not wanted there. I'm not looking to dogpile someone who has fully snapped. And this is where Ratchet Mania starts. Everyone place your bets. Who's going to come out? Is it going to be the Cruster or the Lindsey? Hey, please pass. Only thing wrong with this concorded fantasy, I never spoke to the O'Keefes directly prior to that Karen Reed hearing. I was told by this, I don't know why you just call her Krusty. I was told by Krusty in her private Discord that the O'Keefe wanted me to attend because they were so impressed by my strength and wanted me attending and walking in with them to be symbolic or some shit and to show their solidarity with me. I had never planned on going prior to Krusty telling me this. Naturally, my answer was, and I think my exact quote was, "Oh my God, of course, I'd be honored." I think two things at this point. How incredible, kind, and thoughtful of the O'Keefe's family to think of me and want to show the world I'm not alone. And two, of course, I'm not going to say no if they ask this of me. These people has lost two children and they want me to attend? Absolutely. After the hearing ended, it was chaotic inside and outside the courthouse. I remember Jen's sister found me in the Crown. I don't know what the Crown is. When I read it, I thought it was corner, and then I thought, hey, it's Massachusetts. It's probably somewhere in the courthouse. And said, just stay close to us. You'll be okay. And then Jen was with her and told me to just ignore them. They're going to say horrible things. Just ignore and don't react. And we proceeded to walk out as a group. I presumed the whole group was together. But after the hearing, when I got home and Twisted and Krusty were there, we were discussing everything that happened. And one of us was alerted to a video of Aiden approaching Peggy and Paul on their way out of court. The video showed him with his phone in their faces calling Paul a disgrace, etc. I instantly felt so badly for them and felt guilty in a way, since I still believed at that point that these people had invited me to walk in and out with them. I should have waited for them. You can't do a direct quote and then put in "I should have waited for them" in the quote. It made us all upset, or so I thought. This was the night that Krusty called and left those voice messages for Aiden saying things I won't repeat. I presumed Kate was just very upset for Peg like Twisted and I was. Even though I think we both stated we didn't think that it was a good idea, and Twisted tried to stop her even. So the next day, I think it was, I reached out to Paul on Facebook Messenger. I think he had already friend requested me. I bet he did. I bet Paul O'Keefe wanted to talk to a lady of ill repute and low moral fiber. I bet you Paul O'Keefe wanted that. Did you all see Turtle Boy's mock hostage video? I was sleeping. I didn't see it. He said yes, and I just told him I felt so bad and that I was sorry I didn't walk. I thought they were right behind us when Jen was scooching us out of there. He then asked why I felt bad, and I said to him, well, I mean, your mom and you have invited me, so I felt like I had waited and we all walked out together. That wouldn't have happened, and I felt so bad watching the video because his mom and him had been through enough. He then responded and said, well, first, it wasn't your fault. We had to stay and speak to the advocate afterwards. But second, Krusty told me that you were asking to come, and if I would care if you went with us because you really wanted to go. So remember, that story was that either they wanted her there to get Aiden thrown out because of the restraining order, or she was forcing herself into the mix. Again, there's two sides to this story, and none of them is probably close to the truth. He wanted to glaze her donut. Yes. Who are the men loving all these ladies with low moral fiber? I don't know if you know, Sheila, but us men have a tendency to every time we see a cray-cray, we are thinking, I can fix her, and then we'll have an STD later. At this point, I was part in shock, part livid. I think I asked him more than once, are you sure that's what it said and how it came up? And he said yes. He said he didn't mind that I went, but that he certainly did not tell Kate to relay this message to me. Not too long after that, I confronted Krusty with this in person. She tried to gaslight and convince me that was not what happened and Paul was lying. At some point after that, I went I went to look back on Discord for the original conversation because she was adamant about Paul lying, and sure enough, the entire conversation had been deleted. When I confronted her about the message being deleted, she told me something about how she deleted them, but also many other conversations in order to protect the privacy of the group members' conversation, or something along those lines. It came up several more times over the course of however many months, and she stuck to her new story. She once quickly showed me messages on her phone between her and Paul as she was sitting 2 feet away while holding her phone and just quickly flashing it to me in a second. She claimed to read one out aloud from Paul that she claimed said something like, just make sure she's prepared that she's probably going to be harassed on the way in. And she then said, see, I told you. I didn't know what I didn't know what that was supposed to prove, but I never saw that message or any others with my own eyes. Didn't see any dates or times, or even if the person actually was Paul. I struggled for a while, wondering if she was just this good at manipulating, or was I crazy? Yes. Or just being overly paranoid? Nah, probably not with the crust. She would tell me I needed to stop letting Grant and his wild conspiracy get in my head. This didn't even come from Grant. So this woman can stop her lives right now because there's much more where it came from. And then Sir Thomas A. Wade asks, I don't know if you answered what I'm about to ask already, or if there's a part 3 that I've yet to read, so my apologies. Do you believe Krusty straight up lied to you about the event or text or calls that landed you at that hearing that day, or do you believe Paul's story, or maybe neither one? I believe that Kate lied 100% with every fiber of my being. May God strike me dead otherwise. Maybe don't tempt him. She lied to me, then she lied to Paul, never thinking that I would ever in a million years reach out to Paul myself. I have had a lot of conversations with him. He was bamboozled by Kate Peter. That being said, he covered for her during the RO violation trial. Did she covertly threaten him like she did my children? Did he suspect that he had told her too many private things that she would reveal? Did he just not want to be dragged into it and have Kate and the only people pretending to support his family turn on him? I don't know that answer. But I do not believe that Paul O'Keefe or any of the O'Keefes were intentionally involved in anything. I think they were hurting, desperate, and had experienced an extreme amount of trauma and loss and were manipulated at their most vulnerable time. Now, that's evil. Until I see evidence that prove otherwise, that is my stand. I don't think there's more cross of her in here. So this is where all of it kicked off yesterday. It's just, hey, don't you trust me? I don't trust you. And she was lying about a lot of stupid things. And hey, how is it? Oh, Turtle Boy's just reading it as well. Is he having a members only? I couldn't see he was live. So if I had known, I wouldn't have gone live. It's so much blood rushing from your head, you don't think you can fix her because he's already perfect. The small head has less clarity than the big head. Can I just say how gross it is that this man died and these idiots, including Paul O'Keefe, turned the entire thing into the 11th grade drama circus? There's some text messages. Uh, do I have them on the thing that she? I'm gonna jump over to some photocopies. Remember, Jemima is the champ for getting all of this. Yes, this is the one. Mm. This might be a little, I'll get to it once or twice because now I'm going to jump into a PDF that Jemima has. So it might be a little disjointed. There's some answers and some questions and a few things that that'll be a little back and forth, but it'll be. Is it in here? It is in here, right? That's so much bullshit. Oh yes, it's in here. Because another thing, and I'm now talking to all the men. Men, when you're thinking, she dresses okay with the good bra on, they still look 22. Maybe I should try and glaze her donut. Don't do it. We're gonna read some text from Paul later, and I bet you there was some follow-up text we didn't get, maybe with some pictures attached. I just get the feeling when I read it, I might be putting too much into it, but that's just where I am. I had to delete twittwat from my phone. It's a rage bait, but it's also a gold mine of content. You would think Paul would be embarrassed his wife was there, but they're not living at the same address, I'm thinking. So, wife in name only? I don't know. So these are. This is the one I was pulling up. This is Wiki. I don't know who Wiki is. I've never seen that name before. I 100% don't agree with your action regarding to scheming with questionable players, but I also don't agree with some of the comments tonight. I think people need to take a step back and think about what they're putting in writing on a public platform. Come at me if you want, but saying things that could cause mental harm is not okay in my book. And I disagree. If you go out fighting, just if you want to fight someone, you gotta expect being punched in the face. I know you come from a good place and you want to protect Lindsey, but just because a hoe finds heaven, it doesn't mean it isn't still a hoe. So I'll wait for her entire redemption arc till I stop making fun of her. And then Lindsey is, and this is where I'm saying this is the psychopath mirroring because someone showed me a little bit of affection. I'm now gonna mirror and catch this person so they think, oh, I'm helping her. Maybe it's just me. I'm not a professional in anything. I just dated crazy. And I recognize this as the type of mirroring I have had in my life. So you need to find me content. Come on now. See how good Jemima is. She's saving my late night shows. No, Marissa is also a star. Don't tell her when the sun is up. She will turn into just like Mogwai if you get him wet. That's the same with Marissa if you give her compliments in the daylight. Thank you. I don't agree with your opinions of me scheming, but I appreciate the sentiment. And clearly, your heart is in the right place. The hate has become very ugly by everyone. And I'm human. Of course, it hurts. I try to put on false bravado sometimes because I don't like people to see it's getting to me. I'm also very angry right now, and I'm sure it comes off as very unlikable, but I'm trying. It's not easy to start making changes and work on your mental health when you're still actively under constant crisis and chaos every day and raising 4 kids while also responding to a civil lawsuit with deadlines. no knowledge of the law, with no attorney and no money and no support system. It's not an excuse. I'm doing the best I can, and I know I have a long way to go. I wish more than anyone I could just move to a farm with my kids and leave this all behind. It would be a lot easier and healthier for my kids, me, and everyone. But I don't have the option until this is over, unfortunately. Yes, I know my actions of getting involved led to this. If people think I don't know that, they are crazy. I wish I never spoke a word about what I knew. I wish I never reached out to Kate. I wish I had a button to go back in time. So when I read that, I see that, as I say, the mirroring. Someone is throwing a human emotion at her. She sees, oh, I gotta manipulate this person. Boink, 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 boink. And she goes into I'm a victim mode. I'm a flawed victim, but I'm a victim. Maybe it's just me. As you can tell, I read it with a whiny voice inside my head. But I just see her doing the boink, 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 boink. Oh, you send emotion my way. I'm just gonna bounce it back at you. So you can love me, gonna help me. Yes, she spewed all on this on twittwat. She's looking for empaths. Yeah, because this woman, in my opinion, and I'm not a doctor, is a psycho. And psychos have this wonderful radar. They can catch emotions and they can mirror them for a period. That's why she will love, if you date her, she will love bomb you. She will do all the dirty tricks, the one with the finger, the one with the birthday hole, all of them for the first 2 months. And it'll be constantly all over the place. And she will talk about how she did that and she's going to do this. And you're going to sit there and think, oh my freaking God, it finally happened. I found the unicorn, the perfect woman who loves sex more than men. I'm gonna, and she's kind of hot. What the hell's she doing with me? This is amazing. And then 2 months into it, you'll wake up one morning and there's a doll head at the end of the bed, and you're saying, "What happened?" Oh, it's just a. Don't worry about it, because she can't keep it up because she doesn't have connection with those feelings. She has all the feelings for herself. She has nothing for you, but she can bounce it in the beginning, and she will go overboard with it. But could you please become her for a stream? I don't think I could. My moves are not that size. Yeah, feeling the rage. It's only pathetic how people like fake victim sit back, wait to see which way the normative travels, and only then decide where to stand. It's not integrity; it's cowardice. No, it's street smarts. She's just like water. She's always going to look for the easiest path. And she found out, keep hating on Aiden won't get me anywhere. Krusty lost. Karen Reed was found not guilty. There's no future in the O'Keefes. I'm just gonna go somewhere else where I can sneak through. And I'm gonna try and do the woe me, I'm the victim. So people will say, well, let's forgive her. She's been through a lot. Come on now. It's not like she's a poor woman. She's gonna pull all the I'm a woman card and say hashtag me too and all of this bullshit that she doesn't mean anything by. It's just because, oh, the stream is splitting. I'm gonna take the easiest stream to follow. She is she's ratchet and she's crazy, but she's very, very in tune with how can I manipulate you to give me what I want. She can only do it for a period of. That's why she has this on and off with Frank. I bet you every time she has thrown Frank to prison or yelled at him or thrown stuff at him, he got the most amazing sex for the next 2 weeks because that was her paying the bill. And like many guys, he thought, I can fix her. And then he's in prison again. And then she's crying and she's saying, "Well, you know me. I it's because you her and someone punching someone when they're drunk is it's no different. She's just punching you emotionally. I bet you if we got Frank on here, we would hear some crazy stories. She's not gonna punch. Well, this one might actually punch you, but she's gonna punch you every single day emotionally because just as well as she is to figure out, okay, this guy needs the mother. So I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna be sweet. I'm gonna cook for him. I'm gonna love him. And oh, this one needs the dirty girlfriend. Oh, I'm gonna bang him all the time. I'm gonna send him pictures of my titlets. I'm gonna give him roadhead. This one needs the good girl out, bad girl home. And she knows how to play all of these roles, but she's also very keen to, okay, this guy has this that he will trigger on. And whenever she needs to hurt you, she'll pull it out. She doesn't hurt you with her fist. She hurts you with her mind. Is my again, I'm not a doctor. I'm this is like my classes in body language. It's something I make up. She probably talked more about her kids the past week than during the last year. Yes, because the audience she's trying to get into right now is the true crime audience that has been around the Karen Reed case. I'm not telling all you all something you don't know. My average audience is 40 to 60-year-old women. 87% of my audience is that demographic of women. What works really well with you? Family. Because a lot of you are about soon, maybe already, empty nesters. And you're sitting at home and thinking, oh, Lindsey is, no, not Lindsey. I'm going to use her name for something else. Tobias is at college. I remember when he was small and he was. So she's now going to come into you. And what works? Kids. She's going to steal your heart by talking about how her kids are also the victims because she will always find a hook to catch you. And she's on her redemption arc. The only thing she still hasn't said is, I'm sorry, Aiden. I sent you to prison for 60 days. She didn't say anything of that, but she will manipulate each and every one of you out there. Each and every one of you. She's gonna do a live video either today or tomorrow where she will be crying. She'll try and keep it together. It has been really hard, and I've tried a lot of times, but I feel my truth is gonna. It's been really hard on my kids, and the only ones I'm doing this for is my kids because I want to be a better woman for my kids, and that's exactly aimed at the true crime demographic of women. Because why do you watch true crime? One, it's kind of fun seeing all of the true crime, but two, you have empathy with victims. That's why almost every poll on Lawn and Crim or Court TV has people guilty by in excess of 80% before we even start a trial because you're good people. You're not a cold-hearted asshole like I am. That's why I sit here and watch it, and you come back and said, well, I couldn't stick around when we saw the pictures. What happened? Because I don't have feelings, but you do. You do. And she can't use her titlets. She can use that on me and Thomas T and the four other guys who are watching. She can use her titlets. She's gonna look a hell of a lot better in her next video. The video was her shell. I'm such a victim look. I bet you she's gonna because it didn't work. Everyone was laughing at her and saying she looked like she's been drinking. She's gonna put on a totally different face. And go look at the video or the picture of her and Aiden at Halloween where she's dressed as a she-devil. That's the look she's going to use when she wants me and the rest of the guys to feel for her. Because she knows No matter what, we are still men. Well, Zach is not, but that was an unfortunate accident with a saw. So the doe eyes and the good bra will work on us. But you women, kids is your kryptonite. That's why she's using them all the time. I come to YouTube for my news. Well, you should come to Baker's channel for your ratchets. Teresa, I'm going to be all over like I've always been. I'm going to follow this when I find it interesting, and Turtle Boy when it's interesting, and then I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm saying it is her JJ that good? What the heck? No, it's not. But she's a pretty lady. She, in makeup, in full war gear, is still reaching about an 8. And she will love you. Men my age, middle-aged men, I'm 27. There's nothing we want more than feel a little lead in the pencil like when we were 22 and want a woman to tell us how big and strong it is, even though we know it's a lie. 2 inches is 2 inches, no matter how the lies are. But there's nothing we want more. And at our age, we're probably getting out of the relationship where it's kind of been the same old, same old. So we want this one who can give us the girlfriend experience. And she will give you the girlfriend experience. She will do the party tricks. She will do that thing with the finger. No problems. Because she just wants you to get overly emotionally involved with her and fall in love with her. And she's a master manipulator. And then she will show her crazy side when she's been with you for 2 months. And you will sit there and think, am I banging a honey badger? I don't want to do that. Yes, I showed that video, but she can still clean up and be she's pushing 40 if she's not 40. She cleans up really nice, and guys are idiots. Ladies, if you don't know, we never use this part of the. Well, we use it when we've known you for like 6 months and figure out, oh my God, it's not sex all the time. 95% of the time, we're thinking with Mr. Pencilhead. Thomas, I'll bet you she's looking rough because she wanted to look rough. Her next video, she will put on her makeup, she will comb her hair. And you know this, a lady can change at least 2. She can change from a 5 to a 7 with just a bit of makeup. So she's gonna look hot still in the right. If you meet her at the club, you will think she's a different person. I don't think she has any channels. She's just she was a groupie who banged Aiden. First, since you asked, I wanted to keep O'Keefe's out of here, but remember Julie Carpenter, also famously known as Big Red, who attacked and called Yannetti a misogynist because he said something to a woman. You're not allowed to do that, and objectified her, who also has her profile picture with her bought melons proudly displayed, who along with Jams appeared out of nowhere when Kate started asking the members of her private Discord if these 2 women could join after Kate claimed to have strict rules about not letting in people they didn't trust. When I asked who they were or how they knew them, I got crickets, but was told they were strong advocates for the O'Keefes and other victims and could be trusted. Anyway, here you go. I think I have a better, yes. Paul O'Keefe. That's what the contact is stored at. The contact is stored as in her phone. What if someone got your phone? Who? What if this is not even you right now? Seriously, I don't know a family member, the government. It's me. Lol. Do you even know what happened with my phone? I'm not just paranoid. I do know. It's not happening again. Can I ask you something? Sure. Do you think Tolly did it on purpose? The mistake with giving it to Turtle Boy. You've known Tolly for a while, right? He didn't. It was a stupid mistake. He would never do that. I trust Tolly 100%. I known him for a long time. I've struggled with that for a while. I found him to be very honest and forthright at first. That's why I trusted him and gave it to him. You probably gave it to him too. Everyone has tried to convince me, though, that this couldn't have possibly happened by mistake. So I wonder a lot if I was just viewed as collateral damage in whatever they were trying to achieve. I don't believe that to be true at all. You're a significant person in all of this. I don't know what I can do to help, but I'll try. Just know that you're a good person, great mother, and a friend to those who know you. He's the devil. That's Aiden. I hope you have learned that there are good people out there who wants to help you and our friends. Apparently not Kate, but I will talk to her tomorrow. It'll all be okay. So these are alleged conversations with no time on it. There's no time, as you can see. There's no time put on any of it, other than it's at 4:43. Is that a G4 signal? Grow up. Um, this is the conversations she alleges to have had with Paul O'Keefe. I can store any one of you as Paul O'Keefe in my phone. It's not definitive evidence, but I do believe she was having contacts with Paul O'Keefe. The reason why I think that if we continued this conversation, there would be photos. And I am wildly speculating. What if someone got your phone? What if this is not even you right now? I bet that was her trying to make him say, do you want me to prove it's me? Yeah. And then he would have sent that bathroom picture. And she would have said, well, it's also me. And she would have had one of her thirst trap pictures ready. I just have a feeling that's where that conversation was about to go. That's just what I'm seeing. I think she fucked around and found out by being called out. So now she's going to do the tell all grift. Yeah, she's just going to, because she needs to get out of the algorithm, as we always say as YouTubers. She needs to get out of the Kate Peters algorithm and jump onto a new one. That's why she's now going to the I'm the victim too. But she just misses that part where she's going to say, oh, Aiden, I'm so sorry. But I'm just betting you if we could get an extraction of Paul O'Keefe's phone. Oh, isn't someone suing? No one is suing him, so we can't do that. But I am betting that that's what she did. How can I tell it's even you? Was to get a picture of him to check. Okay, if I got the bathroom picture, and I don't, you ladies, you don't understand us and we don't understand you. Why do you want the topless shot in the bathroom mirror? I always get that, hey, look at me, Jim Bro, I did arms vibe when guys are doing it. I didn't think it worked on you ladies, but apparently it does. I was told yesterday that they don't mind seeing those pictures. The next time finding out is you like having peen pics sent at you. I don't understand women's. This is OJ saying if I did it. Yes. Yes. Oh, Paul is having a midlife crisis and just being dumb AF. Well, again, he just want to have the girlfriend experience. He doesn't want to have the wife. He had the wife. The wife tells him to empty the trash bag. The wife tells him, not today, I just changed the bed linen. He wants that one who says, well, have you tried this? And you're thinking, oh, whoopsie. But, well, I don't even want to send solicited dick pics because why? Have you seen it? It's not that pretty. Yeah, exactly. It's I'll I'll say it. A lot of the fish tacos on pictures doesn't look that great either. A nice bolo shot, that's fine, but the fish taco, that's not that interesting either. Let's get on to it. Big Red enters the conversation. Remember, you can't objectify women, but just notice her cleavage. This is a lie, Lindsey. Paul and Tully are not very good friends. If it's true that it was Paul's phone we just saw, they had been friends for a long time. They played on the same college football team. That's it. It doesn't run deep. On your quest to destroy everyone, you're including a family who had lost 2 children and who have been dragged on the internet. Stop it. I don't know how well you know someone when you play football with them. I played music with people for a long time. They are still friends to this. If you'll bring them up, I will have stories. And I would think if you're on the same college football team, you probably shared a keg now and again. I'm sorry, who are you? Destroyed everyone? No, just telling the truth, you lying friends and the corrupt cops. Funny you guys had no problem destroying me. Or did Kate kept you in the dark about what she's done? Grow up. I've had nothing but compassion for the O'Keefes while Kate was running around calling Paul a drunk and making up rumors about Colin. And yes, there's more than just the fake drug dealer story. You have no idea who you're in bed with, or do you? I always found it strange that you, James, and the other random accounts that appeared out of the blue as fake J4JOK. Oh, Justice for John O'Keefe, sorry. Warriors mostly only advocated for Jen McCabe, as if she's the only victim in all of this. Kind of like how all the wolves come attacking if someone so much as even mentioned her names. God forbid I privately told someone she brought Kate to get a haircut. The horror. Oh, she knows who LG know who Julie is. They've been in the same circle, but she probably did the who that. Kate wanted to keep messing with my family and I. It's about time someone stands up to the bullies with the truth. No, I won't stop. Should have told your girl Kate Peter to stop. And then Mindful Mob is saying, interesting. May I ask why you didn't cut bait with her early on if she was doing all these things? She always has an excuse for everything and would say I had misunderstood or that's not what really happened, or she would get her core group of lackeys to do all separate call me and talk me down, distract me, tell me how much Kate cared about me. She blamed Grant. I would too. I'd get things thrown at me constantly to put me in constant state of crisis. I didn't know what to believe. She was very convincing. It wasn't like I've learned everything all at once. It all came in little pieces over time. Then she started with the covert threats about my kids. Finally, with the help of a few friends, I was able to see the truth and found out a lot just in recent months and even weeks. And Lindsey then reposts Mike. Is Krusty now posting irrelevant Grant Smith Ellis bullshit because he was correct on other stuff she wants him to stop pushing? Notice a post about the federal indictment against the leaguer. Krusty, what Grant is saying that actually has you nervous? If you don't know what the federal leaguer is about, remember there was this story of someone who was on the federal grand jury who got caught leaking stuff, and everyone on the anti side jumped on and said, "Well, it's to Aiden. It's about the Karen Reed stuff." Then it came out it was about the CDL stuff, the commercial driver's license that they had a scandal in, Massachusetts about, and she leaked it to her friend. Grant yesterday made the clear that he figured it out. That one person who we know is her friend was in reality not her friend, but Alan Jackson, that she leaked stuff about the commercial driver's license to. It had nothing to do with Karen Reed. She was just on grand juries in the period where Karen Reed's case was before the grand jury. But never mind Grant, he's just lying. Trouble in Paradise for LG and Grandy. No, this was. I think it was more because the attack on Krusty. Grant claims his disability is making him unable to attend depositions on 30th, only talking to counsel on Friday 26th. Well, interesting. Interesting. Well, he has a lot of disabilities when it fits him, and when he doesn't have them. I think most of his disabilities is I really like to smoke weed, so I'm going to make up some disease that is very crippling to me, even though it's not. Then Laura says, it's interesting this account was repurposed from starting the fake Aiden Carney kid from New Jersey was Turtle Boy and rebranded as exposing the towel recently. You might be onto something here, Mike. And then there's 2 accounts while the name has changed. And then Big Red comes back. You truly are demented. You are spinning all of these conspiracies and you sound like a Fruit Loop. Whatever medicine you stop taking, I suggest you start taking it all again. Kate did nothing to you except try to help you along with every other person you are now trying to smear because you have made terrible choices that are your responsibility. Not a single person forced you to get involved with Aiden Carney. You did it all on your own. Keep Jen McCabe's name out your mouth. Keep Chris Albert's name out your mouth. And you had best for goddamn sure keep the O'Keefe's names out your mouth. All of those people are innocent. People who did nothing to be dragged into this mess. Smug, yes, but the essence of a bully is cowardice, and that defines her. She wants the world to think that she's tweeting at me, but I only saw this post through your screenshots because she has me blocked for some insane reason. This is when Yannetti writes back to Big Red back in the day, and she then calls him a misogynistic. You truly are demented. And the masks are dropped. Yeah, because again, what is it about all the time with Big Red? The McCapes, the McAlberts. It has nothing to do with justice for John O'Keefe. It is protecting that horrible bunch of peoples. No, Lindsey, the truth dropped and you need to hear it. Oh, you said you want some more truth? No problem. Going to take me a few hours. I have some stuff to take care of first. Don't worry. I'll get that to you ASAP, honey. Ask her why she cruised on over here from Mandy Mathny's Murdoch's team. Don't know any of that. Where the pay-per-clicks higher considering the O'Keefes had twice orphaned children to dangle in front of an audience, or was it just a personal pet project for the Mandy trolls? Just curious. Have no idea what that is about. I don't know Mandy Matney. I don't know anything about this. And then Lindsey comes back. Oh, blocked. Tough guy. I'm also blocked by Big Red. You guys already used that card, remember? It's already out there for the whole world. You all played your hand stupidly for sure. The difference is, I'm just speaking truth you don't want out there about bad people that you've been accused of doing PR for. So the McAlberts. While you, on the other hand, are trying to intentionally hurt people, including young children and innocent people, a lot who have nothing to do with this. You are one nasty menopausal woman, huh? I like a little bit of Lindsey on fire. Well, get ready for Jen McCabe to be exposed now with what I know. You just signed, sealed, deliver that information, honey. Why am I awake? Because it's 6 in the morning. Because I ended my stream early yesterday and I told you I would go live and do a Baker at night as I do when I have the chance to do it. And then Ratchet Mania broke out. And now we just have Lindsey confirming she's gonna shit on Jen McCabe. One one thing is fighting with Big Red and Krusty. They'll pull your hair. They will get into the pool and fight in the Jello. Jen McCabe is a whole nother level of Ratchet. She will go absolutely scorched earth to protect herself or her family. We know this. We saw the Karen Reed trial. That woman, oh, she's not just going to pull your hair. I can't wait to Jen McCabe being a part of this. Those who know do not talk. Yeah. KP has a bunch of charges, though, so I think when this is over, she'll go to jail. I don't think she has many pending because she pled guilty to some of them. I'm also blocked by Julie the retard. I didn't even know Big Red, and then one day when Yannetti and her was getting into it, I went over there to see who the hell is that, and she was talking about something about her bolos. And I remember I pulled up and showed people how you can open up, and you can see her she's doing the clear "I'm a lady who had my bolos fixed at a late age" screen, so you get the full down shot. Remember that KP video was edited by James Carpenter. They are Mandy Matthew. They will continue to fight for KP because they back that Ratchet. Thank you so much, Lee Baker. Are we talking about the Kate Peter video where they claimed Alan and Karen were having an affair? Is that the video they made? I can't keep. I run a channel 8 hours a day, almost every day. So thank you, my wonderful mods, for keeping me up to date. Thank you, the people who sends me all the little, hey, you should probably look at this, because most days I don't have time to do it. And I don't have all the backstories because I'm not a Canton channel. I'll swing in whenever there's news like this and make fun of it and read it because it's entertaining to me that people can act like this when they're grown up. But I don't know all the backstories. I don't know who's the good guy, the bad guy, or who's in between. And right now, everyone is fighting each other in Canton. So I'm staying with my baby murderers down in Memphis. Thank you so much, Head in the Clouds, for a $10 super sticker of a laughing, let's say it's a fox. El Foxo Lafeho. Thank you so much. Hey, I like a good pair of titlets as much as the next guy. More boobs would make more peace in the world. But if you show your bolos, don't then come and say, stop objectifying me talking about my bolos. If you put your bolos out there to be the focal point of your profile picture, don't pull the I only want to be sexually harassed by the cute guys. Someone said the other day that KP lies so much that she talks so fast, even her lips try to get away. In the graduation business, she does have the caked white eyeshadow. Yeah, she has that clear white line and a pair of very short shorts. I'm not sure. We loves the boobs. Yes, we do. Again, all these ratchet women get topless men in their DMs, peen pictures. I've been doing this for 3 years. Not one bolo pic. Not one. And all of these, I don't get all of these streamers. They get in trouble with their peen because they are banging all of their viewers. Not one viewer have said, Hey, Big Daddy, you want to show me the Dutch oven? Well, I don't get in trouble then. Sorry. Didn't realize I was getting that on the sticker. I don't know how the stickers are done. I but I like the laughing little thugs. Baker wants your peen pics, y'all. Only to cry in a corner when they are all bigger than mine. Because you have so smexy eyes, Baker. No need for anything else. Yeah, my very heavy eyelids that I can't look out of most days. He is laughing. He's a cute little foxy. Well, I have this type of brain that'll store a lot of stupid information I don't know why I need. Let's get back to all the stupid people I don't know. Big Red, good for you, Lindsey. Should I retweet Broyle's post about you? That's a threat because those are her phone downloads. And I'll say, like I always say, Simba, never go where the shadows are. Looking into what Lindsey is Googling is where the shadow are, Simba. Never, ever. I was watching, she was searching Come On Me, Come On Me, Come On Me a lot, and then Come On Me 22. And I thought, oh, she must have been writing something wrong, like hose long to die in the cold. It must have been some mistake. So I thought, what's it? Did she spell something wrong? And then I Googled that Come On Me 22 because I thought it was some username for a YouTube channel or something. It's a guy who ejaculates on pictures of ladies. There's a lot of things I don't. First of all, I didn't need that. Second of all, I'm the idiot who goes to Urban Dictionary every time Brandon sends me a super chat. I'm that dumb. Yes, I do Google stuff I shouldn't Google, and I don't go incognito mode. Third, why the hell would you take pictures of? And it's just some random. It was some random. Some of them were corn stars, and some of them were movie stars, and other were just women that he had pictures of, and then he just glazed their donut. A picture of them. Why are you Googling that? What? Is it because you sent him a picture to see if he would glaze your donut? Why would anyone watch that content? I'm not saying I'm normal. I used to be deployed. Trust me, army guys, you don't want to know what we watch to keep us entertained after have been deployed for 3 months and seen all the normal corn. We go crazy. But I had a what the hell moment when I saw her Google searches. Quirk Queen. Honestly, YouTube should pay you to be here. Thank you. YouTube does pay me. We have 400 people right now, so I'm probably gonna make $10 in ad revenue. I should do like the other streamers and just give you ads every 5 minutes. I'm such a bad grifter. I'm such a bad grifter. I'm buying my own grifter merch for my daughter. But thank you so much, Quirk Queen. Hey, Nick. Welcome back from the great states of Americas. I hope you had a wonderful trip. I did so say it earlier in chat. I even said you were easy on the eyes. Oh, Jude. I love it when you lie. Wow. Delulu, you deserve a raise. I'll tell it to Jamie and she'll laugh at me and say, work harder, biatch. But thank you so much, Delulu. Delilu. It's the same. You will now be Delulu on this channel. If you're new here, I like to make up names because I can't read. Shell with an S. I started doing the just search for words, and I found out that lesbian. She searched for lesbian stuff. I think 120 times. Gay man on man action was like 300 and something, and then I thought, girl, be crazy. So you bought your daughter your sweatshirt after all? Yes. No. I asked her, what do you want? And so she's gonna be having a always be grifting hoodie in pink. That she asked me for. So she got to choose her own present, and I'm buying one for Baby Baker. He has a birthday coming up. Good for you. Should I post? Aiden isn't going to date you again. Accept it. And this is Liza Perold. I don't know. And who do you end up trusting? Grant, do you not learn from your mistakes? I don't trust anyone. I've learned to have my guard up with every single person in my orbit. Krusty has her own orbit, actually. I know Kate made friendly with you, but don't believe everything her or her cronies say, and do not tell it, or do. Not telling you what to do doesn't affect me either way. By the way, separate from all this, I did read your story and applaud your strength. Again, mirroring, mirroring. Then Alyssa M is saying, I'm just here to remind everyone that Julie's virtue signaling and grandstanding about how much she cares for the O'Keefe is pure bullshit. In reality, the reality is Julie would happily let the woman they believe killed their loved one go free as long as it meant Aiden went to prison. Julie only cares about what she wants, and she has become a Jedi master in using the O'Keefes as both her sword and shield. And I've seen this, it's a couple of weeks ago. Most of the Turtle writers think I hate Karen Reed because of Turtle Boy, but the truth is I'll let Karen walk if it meant Aiden going to prison. I hate Aiden because of Aiden. Just wanted to clear it up. Damn, yep. Yeah, it's never been about Karen Reed. It's been about Aiden Carney. They all have. A lot of people haven't noticed, or maybe they have, that every single time some potential bad information is revealed about Kate or one of them, Kate will post a Justice for John O'Keefe video. The website is bullshit. Them pretending to care about the O'Keefe is bullshit. It's all a facade. Kate didn't even know about the day we were all going to the courthouse to show support for the O'Keefes. A bunch of others organized it. I called her the last minute and asked if she was coming. She knew nothing about it. She went down there for the attention only because what would Netflix say if there was a small gathering of John O'Keefe supporters and their lead star wasn't present? I know Prime and Netflix have made some really shitty content the last 5 years, but imagine making content where Krusty is your lead star. These are Lindsey searches. She has a lot of things. She has one where she's looking for videos of male docking. If you don't know what male docking is, this is a peen with its turtleneck retracted. Yes, I know for you Americans, turtlenecks on peens are something different. You don't have them because you have a different culture. But in Europe or most of the world, we do have turtlenecks because we don't mutilate kids. But then another guy will take his turtleneck and do this over this one's unturtlenecked. And then apparently they do this. Yes, that's videos that she looked at. I'm just saying. I don't look at that. It's a kink. Well, I took kink shaming back a couple of weeks ago when a guy asked to have his eyes glued shut with Gorilla Glue. 95% of Europeans have a turtleneck. Yes, it's a Chinese penis trap. Could you imagine, like, when people freak out and draw it too fast, so it just tighten up? These two guys are, oh, my mom's coming in. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Hey, trial junkies, you came at exactly the right time. Oh. Oh shit. I shouldn't do night shows. Oh. Kate is not friendly with me. I have never spoken to her beyond commenting on some of her ridiculous public posts. Did Grant tell you that? Thank you. There's hope. No, Kate did. This was a while ago when Haley was still Haley and threatening to release my personal documents. She said she had a long conversation with you and had kept in touch with you, and that you bonded over stories about Grant. Maybe that was another lie by her. She said she had convinced you to talk to Haley and not release anything. Grant, I always felt Kate Peter, Brian Tolley, and Jen McCabe were involved with the leak of Lindsey Kitani's phone extraction. Yeah, because Jen McCabe called up Brian Tolley and said, "Can you leak the host phone?" Stop being an idiot. Kate and Jen first tried to use Chris and Colin as a distraction from Jen, and then Lindsey was the winner. The Google Trends tell the story. Brian Tolley releases Lindsey Kitani's unredacted phone extraction. Tolley only removed messages from Kate Peter to Lindsey and from Tolley to Lindsey before doing so. Turtle Boy sues Lindsey. Yeah, the Google Trends are clear. Lindsey Kitani is way more popular before her phone extractions are dumped. So and after they are dumped, Jen McCabe's name is way more popular. It doesn't prove anything, you absolute moron. If anyone has not figured it out yet, Grant and LG are both working with the Turtle Rider subculture to smear the witness Andy O'Keefe. Don't be fooled. I'm looking at all of you out there. You are working with Lindsey and Grant. Thank you, Head in the Clouds. Yes, please hit the like and the subscription. I just got over 19,100. Moving fast for that 20,000 that I had hoped that I would have reached in the beginning of September. But if you could, and you all didn't already, please help a brother out. And I am a brother. I have two older brothers and I have a younger sister. So I am a brother. Then JJ Falk, we talked about him earlier. I didn't know you had a nursing degree. Wow, that's great. I saw it on Melanie Little YouTube. Nice blind highlights in your hair also, and great speech. You have a couple of talents, medical, and you write pretty good speeches. Good work. JJ, step away from the fire. I know it looks good, but it'll gonna burn you. You're being sarcastic, I believe. That's okay. I know I'm viewed as more of a character by people than an actual person. I get it, and don't fault anyone. But yes, I have my associates in nursing, and I've licensed as an RN. I also have a bachelor's in psychology. I bet you do. Go figure, eh? I can poke fun of myself. That is that too. It's okay. I've made some bad choices and some good choices throughout. I see your post, so I know you're trying to probably mock me. But trust me, no one is harder on me than me. I don't know. Ask Kate that. Oh, I don't know what this is. This is taken out of context. I don't know. Ask Kate that. Maybe because it was all a lie, so Jen could have protection from Turtle Boy getting in her face. Looking back, those are my beliefs. Who walks in with a massive smile like this? It kind of looks like Jen. Thank you for sharing. You didn't have to do the. What are they sharing? No, I don't know what's. Again, it's a little cuddle together. Remind you all to love bomb Jemima tomorrow. Thank you for sharing. You didn't have to do that. I took you at your word. I put the grand stuff aside for now because that's an entire other issue. But do you see how she tried to come off like she cared about me, yet actually had other motives? It's extremely manipulative. I thought she was my friend until I realized that every single relationship, friendship in her life is transactional. I like a good transactional because he'll leave right after. I will say you have seemed humane, straightforward, transparent, and kind all throughout what I've seen. I'm sorry for the horrible things you'd experienced, but glad to see you are a fighter and came out the other side of it. I don't know who is she's trying to butter up. Ask her how many hours she actually worked as a registered nurse, like a real job on her own. I can answer 0. Yes, Jen, that's true. So is she saying this is Jen? Exquisitely salted queen is Jen? I don't know. Microdose to immunity. That's my point, though. Why would you not question it yourself at that time? Like, why are these people who I don't know, who hate Aiden, inviting me, a complete stranger, to court? And why not invite you themselves? It's a huge waving red flag, especially coming from Krusty. Well, I was in a Discord group with Jen McCabe, some of Jen's relatives and friends, Kate, Kate's inner circle, Natalie, Leia, and many others, some who left shortly before I was kicked out, who could be dragged into this, but I won't, because as far as I know, they're good people who were manipulated by Kate as well. I talked to them all a lot. That Discord was all day, all night, not just chats, but a lot of group calls. I grew to trust them. I was told that Jen was close with the O'Keefes. One of Paul's friends was in there. Why didn't any of them speak up and say, I don't think that they actually invited her, Kate? Interesting. So Kate has a secret Discord where they are talking about all of this stuff. Hopefully, Aiden is looking into to getting all of this released, because if Jen is participating in a group chat trying to hurt Aiden while she's at the same time claiming that she is a victim of Aiden's, all of that should be discoverable under Rule 14. Interesting. That's Jen Altman. Salted is Jen Altman. Oh, I don't know all these people. Is this like a Smex called night asking for a friend? Every night can be a Smex called night, but not on screen. You have to subscribe to my OnlyFans. I will do dastardly stuff for $5 over there. You don't want to see my trick. I call it the water balloon. It hurts a lot, and it gets really red. She faked SA. I couldn't care less if she was telling the truth or if she was trying to suck less. She's gutter trash. Needs more K-Bell. Exactly what I have been saying the entire time. And sadly, I see people do the thing that people do. They want a redemption arc. They want to sit here and say, well, she changed. She never said, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Aiden, that I ruined your mom's last time on the planet. That I took you 60 days away from your small children. I'm so sorry. I was a hurt, scornful woman. I shouldn't have done it. I've heard how sad she is from her own family, but she never retracted any of her allegations against Aiden. So, all of you who's out there now saying, well, maybe she's better, don't. Try to come off like she's a victim of KP. Neither one of them are ever to be trusted. Caroline, I agree. And I would caution all of you who like the redemption arc LG, go back 6 months. Because she's going to be, as I've said a lot of times, she's going to give you the girlfriend experience. That funny little trick where she does that you really didn't know you like, but it's kind of good. She's going to do that for 2 months, and then she's going to go crazy. And this is just another one of her schemes to get on your good side. Exactly. And I wish all these people, because I've seen not a lot, but I've seen quite a few people saying, hey, give her some grace. Well, go to Aiden's mom's grave, look at that and say, should I give her some grace? Until at least she says sorry. Should I really give her grace? Because I actually sent him to prison at probably the most vulnerable time in his life. I lost my mom to the big C as well. That's not a fun time. And you want to fight God barehanded just to get one more day. And this lady said, nah, you go to prison. So before she puts on her robe and turn into Mother Teresa, just remind yourself of her past. Everyone can be redeemed. There's a big old book about redemption. It's called the Bible. You can read that, everyone, but they need to come to Jesus moment first. And she hasn't come to Jesus. She's just praying that you think she has. And just, you don't have to attack people or anything who's now looking and saying, oh, maybe. Just remind them. Just remind them. A 304 will stay a 304. Yeah, and not to be there is the worst part. Isn't that the? I never did the 12-step program or anything like that, but I know it's kind of like mental illness. You have to realize that you have a mental illness to be treated for it. It's the same. If you want to change, you have to admit you have done wrong. Delulu, how can I gift memberships? If you are on an iPhone, I don't know how it works. I think you have to go onto a Safari browser and go into YouTube that way, because Apple wants a cut. That's why if you give me money from an Android phone, I'll get $10. But if you give me for an iPhone, I'll get $9.99, because Apple wants payment for transferring money to YouTube. So they don't work together as seamlessly. I don't know how it works with iPhones. I don't use iPhones, so I have no idea. Nobody gives a sermon or preaches the Bible like Brother Baker. Exactly. Bible on a budget every Sunday at noon. Horrible. It's coming up on 4 years since I last lost my dad, and that's probably 4 years this year. You have to be brutally honest and take all accountability. The first, the dollar sign in the chat bar. Yeah, but it's not there if you're on an iPhone. But the first thing she should do before she went on Ratchet Mania and started attacking everyone, she should actually have done the only appropriate thing. She should have retracted her statements to the Popo. She should have publicly said, Aiden did not grape me. Then I could believe she was actually trying to do a redemption arc. And then she should have come out and said, Brian Tolley told me to keep him informed about everything. All of that she should have, through mediators, maybe Mike or someone who is local, had gotten to Bradle and Betterow, sat down with them, given a sworn affidavit, this is the truth. Then I could potentially give you a spark of redemption. But just going on the twittwat, screaming at all the fellow 304s that you used to hang out with, It's not going to change my world, my view on you. And Aiden, the first suit she filed was completely true, but backwards. She really wants to get Aiden to do whatever it was they were doing again. She seems obsessed, yes. I'm not lactose intolerant. I have milk in my coffee. Neighborhood Watch. Is this similar to video 2? You'll never rat out Jen McCabe because there is nothing she's done that we all didn't already know. Go to bed. I don't know who Neighborhood Watch is. You sure about that? That's always a nice little thing to see. Oh, really? I have many conversations with Thora where I explicitly tell her I do not want to be part of the documentary. This Renata person is Kate or one of her cronies because this was always Kate's excuse when people would call her out on shit. They're just jealous because I'm going to be the lead of the Netflix documentary and they won't be in it at all. Wait until you hear how much Kate told me each person is being paid. And yes, documentaries are not supposed to pay for people to tell their stories, but they get around it by selling the rights to their story. I learned it all. Sora Quetner knows full well what Kate's about. So does Gretchen Voss. Remember, Gretchen Voss, there was rumors she might have done a little bit of the mushy mush with Krusty. But Kate has some very damning information about one of them. Again, someone did the mushy mush with Krusty. Kate uses scare tactics like she did with me. Her game ends now. And then there is again some phone conversation. Oh, look, she has a ring cam up here. That's the one she uses in her bedroom. August 12th, 2025. Hey, Lindsey, are you free to talk tonight? I could come by after bedtimes, perhaps. Otherwise, at some point over the next few days. Hey, yeah, just checking in to make sure you're all okay. This is August 12th, September 1st, September 13th. Hey, Lindsey, just to say I'm headed back to London this coming week. I hope you're okay. Let me know if you still want to speak. Sora. Apparently, Sora is the one making the documentary for Netflix. Hey, Sora, sure, I'm sorry I'm tired. If you can text me tomorrow, we can figure it out a day. Interesting. Hellfish Haven figured out how to gift membership. Thank you so much, Hellfish Haven, for 10 memberships. So, Misty, Jedi Jen. She just got one the other day, I think. Common Sense Investigator, Caroline, 4th. Betsy, Fun Size, Judgmental, Keena Shaw, Toy, Wild Call Magic. All are new members. You now have access to the Zoobird and me always promising to make more membership content and never following through with it because I am a lazy bugger. Or I'm just filled up with covering all of the crazy stuff that goes on. So I never get to do what I should be doing. Thank you. Renata, patience. Her and her friends are mad for the same reason. It's right there, black and white, very last time. Sir Thomas Wade. I know that name as well. I don't know you've answered what I'm about to ask already, or if there's a part 3 that I didn't read. Sorry, my apologies. No, I read that earlier. That she thought that Kate lied. Sorry, it's a little clippy clip. Tell us what happened at Jen's sister's house, please. Oh, that's coming. What Kate and her friend from Jersey did to Colon that night should be criminal. That was the final turning point for me. I saw the evil glowing from Kate Peters' eyes. That one and the 2 others regarding Jen, I might state on video instead of writing it all out. But I'm sorry it won't be tonight. I have to get up early, most likely tomorrow. Then Root Cell Esteves. I just spent 3 hours reading all your posts and answers on of the last few days. And I got to tell you, I find most of the information credible because it's coherent. I don't agree with some of your actions. I don't agree with 95%. But I'm sure you wouldn't agree with some of mine. I read all of your court filings. There's a lot I don't understand, but who cares? I'm just a random person on twittwat. That being said, I have just one little thing to ask you. Spill the beans on the normal FBI liar mom, Jen. It's coming, not tonight. Most likely tomorrow or Saturday at the latest. There's too much and I have to get to bed, but you have my word. Oh, or just wait until you hear this story. Yes, Krusty, I found out about this one too. Oh, how the mighty are about to fall. I know this guy, and I know I don't remember the story about this guy. Throwback Thursday. What happened to Big Dom Daddy and his charges? Rogue is such a slimy scumbag. Don't trust him too either, Lindsey. Kate and him been butts since day one. Hey, just wondering, is it illegal to wiretap the feds? I wonder if Joe or Kate knows. That's the last one I have from her. I'm just gonna check because Hellfish Haven has been sending stuff. I had all of that, and what is this? This is a lot of cut and paste from Hellfish Haven of a lot of this is something with Twisted. Oh, this is just Twisted. It has nothing to do with this. Thank you, Hellfish. I'm going to look into that when we're done with this one. Because Ratchet Mania will go on. Remember when it all started with Hogan and Aiden at WrestleMania 3? And it grew into what it is today. I won't be getting the Rock on to light a sign on fire, but I will keep watching all of this absolute craziness of Canton. What happened to my hair? Pontiac Silverdome, yeah. I don't know who I am. I am probably the villain in one of these stories. I love when hopebags slam together. Not like Lindsey Gatani and her searching. Skinny girl with big bouncy boobs. First time lesbian. I think it's one of them. There's something about girls with big bouncy boobs. She also searched that one. Yes. Don't go look any of that up. I did. I'm going to wash my eyes at some point. But there's a promise that video 2 will be dropping today or tomorrow. See, I will be covering that one as well. I hope in all of this, let's be honest, Lindsey will figure out bad stuff happen to bad people. And that's why she is having all the bad stuff happening to her. The way she presented herself in her last video, where you could hear her kids go into the bathroom right outside of where she was filming, even calling to have their bums wiped. And she slurred her words. She was rambling. Her eyes looked weird. You have 4 kids. You're almost 40 years old. Grow up. I know you watched my show because that little line about the bridges you took from me. You have 4 kids. I don't think you're unintelligent. You made it through college even though you were in a bad situation. But you have 4 kids. You have more restraining orders than I have members on my YouTube channel. Grow up, Lindsey. You're punching 40. Fun time is over. Get fucking clean. Throw your drugs away. Throw your drink away. Look at your kids. Focus on your kids. They are the reason you're here. You're not. I know you probably didn't plan any of them. It's just a byproduct of spreading your legs that you got kids. But look at them. You're always talking about people are hurting your family. Look at them. If the drugs are more important than them, if the drinks are more important than them, you're doing it wrong. I make fun of you, but I don't wish you anything bad. And I wish you would have your come to Jesus meeting, even though I'm not a religious person. It's more a clericalism. Have your come to Jesus moment. Look into your kids' eyes and choose them. Choose them over a skunk smoking idiot who promise you the world because he can sue people and you can make money. Choose them over a fat, horrible person who sits on her couch and thinks she runs the world. Choose your kids over the O'Keefe family, over the McAlberts. They're not going to help you. But most importantly, choose your kids over substances. They're more important. And if you like El Drogo more than you like your kids, you're doing it wrong, girl. Don't believe your redemption. I don't believe you're a good person. I believe you can work towards your redemption. I think you can become a better person. But you need to fucking clean up your act and figure out you're a 40-year-old single woman with 4 kids. You can't live on your looks. You can't exist on a diet that you shoot into your arm. Grow up, girl. The buck stops with her. She's hurting her family. Stop blaming others. Exactly. Change starts at home with you, Lindsey. Have you all hit the like? Please share the Baker's Naughty Night lessons. Please do. Thank you, Hellfish, for reminding them. She's showing her kids how to treat people and how people should treat them. Exactly. You are learning them how your kids should behave in the future. Choose your kids. And it sounds like she has a loving mother. Her mother, of course, loves her. Maybe call your mom, Lindsey. Don't look at her phone extractions. She doesn't like her mother. Well, she also sued her mother a couple of times. It's a defense mechanism used by criminal thinkers. Doesn't mean they really agree. It's to take the heat off, nothing more. All of this is pure cope. It's pure shit. The ship is going to go down. I'm in trouble legally. I'm going to go out and get sympathy. Grant couldn't raise $1 for me. Kate didn't come through. The McAlberts fucked me. I'm now going to go chase the free Karen Reed crowd because they raised $1 million to Karen Reed. They're going to help me out as well because I'm a victim. They probably helped her because she's a woman. I'm a woman. Help me. Sheila P., get to bed. 3 of the kids have the same daddy. Mommy shouldn't have revolving doors. Exactly. As I said yesterday when I covered that case where everyone has a baby and then they get babies with each other, I wouldn't bring my kids into it unless I thought this is going to last for some time. Because again, you're showing your kids, well, there's a new daddy every fortnight. Well, mommy in my case. How do you think they learn about relationships? They learn from mirroring you. She can't be getting child support while Frank is in prison, but he's the daddy of 3, right? Who's the other dad? I don't know who the first one is, but I know Frank has 3 of them. And I don't think Frank is in prison right now. And I think he's fighting for custody. But I think Frank is also easily manipulated and will come crawling back to say, can I just have a whiff of that fish taco again? So, yeah. But you kids, it's normally only a 1-hour Baker at Night, but we had a lot of Ratchet to get through. Thank you all so much for the memberships and the super chats and the likes, the views, the subscriptions, all the YouTube things that you hate people talking about. I'm going to figure out when we're going to start today with the other case we're covering. I'm keeping an eye on the Ratchet Mania. If you see Jemima out there, Jedi Jess is her nom de guerre. Say thank you for photocopying all of the ratchetness into an easy PDF so I can read it to you and show it to you, because I have the best mods, the best viewers, and the worst host on any YouTube channel out there, but I love you still the same.